And so it begins. Some washers, some short pieces of tubing, and a couple of carburetors. And we're off to the races. So one of the things you have to do is you have to make sure, I drop my part, make sure that your mounting point is pretty close to being level. Now it's because the vehicle is not always on the level, it's not going to be totally perfect, but you got to start off pretty close. Then you build your pieces on. I sandblasted my pieces of tubing, I ran them in the lathe to true them up, and we're real close. I mean, just really close. Oh, I'll bet you were wondering how I could adjust the carbs so they're matched. This is what you use. And you adjust this in here, and we can adjust the idle screw down there on each one, go from there over to here and get them matched up so they draw exactly the same and get our engine balanced and running evenly off of each carburetor. That's one of the things we're looking forward to doing. Well, as you can see, I've been doing some work off camera, and I have pulled this cover off. The main reason I wanted to get that off because I want to replace the crank seal here that appeared to have been leaking. And in the process of pulling that cover off, I also pulled off the governor, and I hadn't intended removing it, but it's on a shaft that's mounted on the cover, and when you pull it off, that comes off with it. And well, one thing led to another, so I decided as long as I'm getting rid of the governor, I'll take the shaft right out so we don't have any loose parts floating around. So that means that I need to do something with the hole in the top. So I decided I'm going to tap it and put a bolt in it. And I have a fine thread bolt here. And I will thread it down in here, and then I'm going to cut it off and put a slot in it, like a screwdriver slot, so that once it's down in there, and after we get it all done, I'll clean it up good, put red Loctite on it so it won't come loose. Yep. Well, so I've started this, and I thought, you know, this might be something of interest to some people. And there's actually a bushing up in here, so that what I am tapping, that's a 1/2 inch bolt, by the way, what I am tapping is actually brass, and it's only about 3/8 of an inch long. And as you can see, I have some rag paper towel. I have some paper towel right in here that actually underneath that hole, and I have put grease on my tap so that whatever chips come off stay in the grease and don't fall inside my motor. I am going to be pulling the base of the motor off down here. I think I already told you that. I'm getting into it more than I had intended. Yep, that's for sure. So I'll finish tapping this down in here. Let me see if I can see it coming down through. You can't. I don't know if I can. I can't even see it. So anyway, I'm going to tap it till it's down a little bit further. And like I said, it's only about 3/8 of an inch deep on that bushing. That bushing is pressed in. That was the bushing that went over the shaft for the governor. And it feels like it's getting a little bit looser. So let me take this out. We'll see how far down in we've actually gone here. Yeah, so you can see we went down, yeah, looks like about a ½ inch. And I can bring it over here and I'll show you down inside. See that? That's the brass bushing that we just tapped. Now, if I show you the end of my tap again, you notice that the end of the tap has got all of the brass on it. See that? See that? So it's all stuck to the grease, so it didn't fall inside the motor. And we're going to be cleaning the motor out anyway. I'm not pulling the pistons and the valves, that good stuff. But I am going to clean it out. Take the sump off and clean it out really good. Clean this up. Now, I've already wire wheeled the bolt. Let's see how it fits down in there now. Oh yeah, that's good. So I can pull my paper towel out of there now. And I don't see any indication. Woo! Acorns falling on the roof. It is fall. Let me see how far down I can go. I'm going to go all the way down through the boss. And I can't see, it's still not coming all the way through. But you can see the bolt here, that it is all the way down in there. And I'm going to cut my bolt off and cut it off a little bit below the threads, because there is a shoulder down in here, or actually a recess. And I'm going to make it so that this will go down into the recess using that screw slot. You know what I'm saying? But I have one more thing to show you. I bought a unit today that's going to help me an awful lot here in the shop. This is a personal mobility lift for lifting people who are disabled. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you here. There it is. It's essentially a small engine lift. And this thing has only been used like 4 times. It's brand new. I got the slings with it and everything. Got off of Facebook Marketplace. Watch this. It's down pretty much all the way now. And this is going to work. Well, you saw me struggling with lifting the engine before. And you know, this is an opposed twin. And notice I have a hook here and another one over here so that I can hook a chain or something of that sort onto it. And I can crank this puppy all the way up. Remember, this is made to lift human beings, and my motor probably, when it's all dressed, won't weigh much more than 100 pounds, maybe 120, but it will work dandy. And I can spread the legs out and I can roll it around, you know, and I can slide it right over to my engine here that's down in front, right in front of you guys. See, the engine's right down here. I can slide it right over there and I'll be able to hook it on either side and then pick it up, and then I can swing it and bring it over here and I can get it up high enough to get over my headlight bar and then drop it down into place. They're calling that work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? You know the old man. Work smarter, not harder. So that's what I've been up to. I just picked up this lift today, and it's going to be a real godsend for me. I won't have to depend on somebody else to be lifting it, and I got all kinds of places to hook it up. And if I don't want this whole unit, I can unhook it up here at the top and just hook a short chain on there. Depends on what we want to do. The nice thing about this is I can actually take the post right off down there at the bottom, so I could slide this into the corner over there, and the top, when it drops down, which it drops down very nicely, you watch it coming down, here it comes. I could take this whole top post off and slide the thing in underneath there out of the way when I'm not using it. And it'll go all the way down to the ground, so I can even pick a motor up off of the ground like that. See that? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. So that's what I've been up to. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, all them good things. Till next time, this is George, and next time we'll have our part, our plug, finished off and screwed in place, and maybe I'll show you doing it. But that'll take care of that. No more governor and no garbage inside. So we'll, yep. So my next process is cleaning everything up and painting it. Thanks again for watching. Bye now.